I'm not too far from my bike. It's right there. I'm just gonna walk a little bit. I'm not too far from my bike. Over the past 2 years, I've realized, especially the later years of driving a truck, that something that people have told me before, and now I'm starting to realize is true. I'm a bit of a people pleaser. Um, and I see now that when I was younger, I did not really learn how to prioritize myself, to love myself, and it's taken me down a rough path in life. Um, and it's allowed me to get into abusive jobs, abusive relationships, because I have abandonment issues. My father died when I was 10 years old of colon cancer. And now that I'm 44 and I see, the mess I've made of my life, I'm turning to God, and it's helping tremendously. Reading the Bible, all of it, it's helping tremendously. It really is. Um, and in the midst of that, there is uh, my lack of self-love and self-respect, allowing people to step on me and bully me, um, bottling it all up inside. The things that hurt me, and the things that I allowed myself to be hurt by. So even though I do have quite a bit of problems right now in my life, I do realize that it's going to be important to start with self-love, um, possibly even talking to someone, definitely, family and friends, um, about valuing myself more, valuing the food that I eat and the things that I put into my body, the content that I put into my mind, um, the type of hours I allowed myself to be pushed to work when I was an over-the-road truck driver. Hello, guys. Um, it all comes from a lack of self-love for myself, understanding that I deserve more, um, and I should fight for more, and not letting people uh, abuse me. And more importantly, not allowing myself to abuse myself, to be subjected to ridiculous long hours of work where I can't see my family, I don't make enough money, putting myself in bad relationships, um, relationships that are detrimental and cause me to give too much, um, be more careful about prioritizing my friendships, um, building up my self-image, knowing my self-worth, seeking out the things that I want, and the jobs and the career that I want in my life, seeking out the relationships that I want, fighting for the time that I want and I need with my family. These are the things that have plagued me and made a big mess of my life. Um, Finding God again has been a major help. It really has. But I put so much emphasis on pleasing others, that I realized that it's led me to my own detriment with money, with love, relationships with family, personal health, just allowing myself to be pushed too hard, and, being around people who don't put that same love and energy back into me. So um, this is where I'm going to start now. Most people who know me know that I'm a pretty kind and gentle person, but it's good to be nice to people. You can be nice to people. You can be kind-hearted to people, but you don't want to let people take advantage of you. And some people do. Some people do take advantage of you. Some people will see that you're kind-hearted and you want to see everybody do good in the world, and they'll try and take advantage of you. Oh, I can't read that. Okay. Is it Shayana? Okay, you got shouted out. What's up? Said hi. Awesome. So I'm gonna start with that. I've been spending time in nature, reading the Bible. I mean, I have a lot of issues. I got a lot of problems right now too. But I mean, I've been talking to God about it, and we're gonna get through it. We're gonna stay positive. We're gonna believe, and we're gonna get through it. But one of my biggest problems is um, the people that I allow into my circle, and more importantly, the way that I allow myself to treat myself. And I have to fight back my ego some too. Can't be afraid of the world. There's things that I want to do. There's talents that I have, and sometimes I just get in my head too much. And if I have to go talk to somebody about it, then that's what I'm going to do. But it has to stop. I know I have abandonment wounds from when I was a child, from my father dying young, not having a male figure around. And it can't go on for much longer. I have to appreciate the lights, guys. I have to fight to have more love and self-respect for myself so that I can grow as a person. Even if I am older, even if I have a lot of obstacles to overcome, you know, um, I have to pour that love into myself because I've spent a lot of time around people who took advantage of me and used me and, just kept piling it on me. And I was always very passive about it. And, I realized long term, it's not even those people that I blame, it's myself for not, having enough self-respect to love myself, to not be abused in workplace situations, relationships, in terms of my diet, exercise, um, and just overall what I consume into my mind. You know, um, it's time for me to work on that, having self-respect and love, and I'm so glad I can share it with you guys today. You know, a lot of things I bottled up over the years I never really talked about when I was over the road. A lot of things I bottled up I never really talked about my marriage, dating, traveling, my dreams, my ambitions, things that happened to me. I just kind of let it go and, didn't really heal from it, from being hurt. So I know a lot of people think that I'm strange, and that's fine. I like being who I am. I'm different. I'm not like everybody else. I am who I am. That's who I am. And I'm getting more comfortable in being that person myself. But I also know that, I have to believe in myself more. And as I go forward in my life, I have to be more selective about like the careers that I take and choices that I make. ¿Cómo tú estás? ¿Todo bien? Hermano, gracias a Dios, oíste. Claro que sí. So I have to be more conscious about the choices that I make, um, career choices, relationships, um, and expressing myself, and just not allowing the world to beat me down. It's very, very important. And even though I have quite the battle in front of me, I'm going to keep God with me as I go. But I've learned a lot here, being out here on my own in a foreign country. Learn to appreciate the things that I don't appreciate in the United States. Learn to appreciate myself. Learn to talk to God. Learn to be at peace. Learn to fight for what I want. And to stand up for myself. And that's why I do these YouTube videos all the time now. Some people like, some people watch, some people don't. I'm not very popular, but I'm doing it for myself and for the few of you who like and follow and you know what I'm going through. I do it for you too. Will my channel grow? I don't know. Um, will I grow? Yes, because I'm going to work on it every day. If it takes me to the end of my life, then that's what it'll be. But I'm not going to run away from it. I'm not going to run away from myself and having self-respect for myself now. And I'm going to show up, for myself every day, even if it means just making a live, hold myself accountable, you know. I know it seems kind of crazy, but I feel like I've allowed a lot of people to treat me like, a doormat. And I thought that kindness, would go a long way. But in this world, if you're kind, you'll attract a lot of people who want to take advantage of that. Predatory people. And although I'm not going to change my heart, I'm going to be a good person, a good soul, I need to be aware of putting more time into self-love and strengthening myself, mind, body, and soul, so that God can use me and I can fulfill his mission that he has for me in this world. It's not about time. It's about his plan. And coming here has definitely strengthened me. Not financially, but it has strengthened me mentally and somewhat physically as well. Spiritually, definitely. I appreciate all you guys who watch, I appreciate you all who watch. I do a lot of this talking to myself, holding this camera up to my face, but coming out into nature is very therapeutical. It works good. And I ask that all you pray for me and wish me the best. Help me in my fight against sin and help me to support me as I go on my journey of self-love. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, all of you. The few of you who do like, appreciate you. I know one person likes all my videos, whoever you are, thank you. It's getting dark here, so I'm going to head on back, but continue to pray for me as I move forward in life with strength. I'll talk to you all soon. God bless.